Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Multivac and Dsla protocol. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. So our two favorite low cap gems that we're targeting on this channel, and Multivac has really appreciated greatly after bouncing off the 55 EMA on the weekly chart, and that is a whopping 340% trade. And yeah, it's doing really great. I think we're due for a correction. We're getting overextended from the EMA on the weekly chart, but I would say that there is still some room to grow if we don't correct down right now. But to be honest with you, a correction, a pullback to the 20 EMA on the weekly chart would be completely healthy. So the first level that I'm going to give you right now is just around here. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a pullback probably in September because the market usually does correct in September, and this is going to be your 55 and 20 weekly EMAs, because if you do have a pullback, then these are going to be very important levels to keep an eye on and have the buying orders up. So also, I do have the Fibonacci retracement up. We're going to go to the daily chart right now to take a look at that. But as you can see on the RSI, we're starting to get overbought. The relative strength index is going above the 70, and that is an indicator where, look, buddy, you've done great, but now I think it's time to sell. So just keep in mind the relative strength index. On the MACD, though, we just had a bullish cross above the histogram, which is great, but the MACD is a lagging indicator, and once we have already bounced off the 20 EMA on the daily or on the weekly, just a couple of days later, we're going to have the bearish cross on the MACD because it's a lagging indicator. It follows price action. And on the stochastic RSI, and this is one of the biggest signs of a pullback that I see, is we are starting to get to the overbought as well. So the RSI, the stochastic RSI on the weekly, both are showing me that, there's a pullback incoming. Now, if we go to the daily chart, I do have the Fibonacci retracement up. And this Fibonacci retracement is from this swing high over here that we created on April 12th to this swing low. Actually, it's just a bit, just want it to be perfectly aligned with the candlestick. Okay, there we go. So from this swing high on April 13th to the swing low May 18th. And as you can see, we're hitting our head on the 618, the golden ratio, and we're getting suppressed down by this level. So I'm going to mark this level as a strong resistance point, and you want to keep this level in mind, and you potentially could have sold some. I haven't made a video on Dsla and Multivac, I think, in 3 weeks, so I do apologize. So we do have these two levels, the weekly EMAs below us, and the weekly 20 EMA co-aligns with a 0.236 on the Fibonacci retracement. So this could be a nice level to get some more MTV tokens. And this is a nice resistance level. Now, where would we find support? So the 20 daily EMA over here, as you can see, is where support is going to be. So you want to keep in mind this level, and also the 0.5 as well, because if we're going to do something like this, we're going to come up, hit our head on the 618, we're going to come back down, and we're going to come back down to this 0.5, because that is the next Fibonacci support level that we have. So keep that in mind. Have these buy orders ready, because you want to always have the buy orders ready if you're in for the long term, because you want to be dollar cost averaging. If the prices don't matter to you, yeah, you can dollar cost average at any price pretty much, but I would recommend that you try to buy the EMA retests, try to buy support, and try to buy these Fibonacci level support. So keep that in mind. So yeah, this is one Fibonacci retracement. I do want to draw another one. Let's do it like this. So from this swing low to this swing high, let's say that this swing high, okay, we peaked out, we're not going to be going any lower. And for those who don't know, you cannot start applying a Fibonacci retracement on your charts unless the 786 was broken after you peaked out over here. So if the 786 isn't broken, you can't really apply it. And, we barely broke it, so it's really hard to use the Fibonacci right now over here. But if indeed we have peaked out over here at this resistance level, okay, and we're going to start coming back down, then so your first support level is going to be the 786 on the Fib. That is going to be 0.01093994, and that is a very strong level. Then below us, we do have the 0.5 that I just mentioned. And over here, we do have the 618. So this is another strong level to buy in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have this little rectangle over here as a nice, strong buying signal. And we're just going to mark it from 0.0092109 to 0.0090286. Okay, these are going to be your two major support levels, because it really does seem like we're going to be coming back down and having a retest, because I'm going to show you one more thing right now, the relative strength index. Okay, if you pull out, so on the daily chart, as you can see, on the price action, we're making a higher high, and on the RSI, we're making a lower high. This is an indicator of a trend reversal, or perhaps a correction, a retracement wave, whatever it may be. We're getting a pullback, and potentially we're getting a pullback to the daily 20 EMA, as I've said already. On the stochastic RSI, we still haven't bottomed out a bit. We still have a little bit of way to go down, so I think this is an indicator as well. And the MACD has started curling down. The moving average has started to curl down, and perhaps we're going to get the cross, bearish cross over here, confirming our downtrend. And, us bouncing off the daily 20 EMA would be perfect. If we bounced off the 20 weekly EMA, then this is the level that we're going to come back to, and this is just below the 55 EMA. So we can just wick here and just hold 55 as support. That is something that you can do as well. But you have your support levels right now, you have your sell levels, and I'm gonna give you one more target right now. So we do have this enormous cup and handle pattern playing out. So potentially this was your cup and this is your handle, and we still may come back down a bit, but if you start losing this support and coming back down, then the pattern is invalidated. But right now it's still valid, it's still at play, and we do have a target of this pattern at 0.0267 cents, and this is an appreciation from right now of 131%. If we bounce off the 20 EMA and still carry out that target, that is an appreciation of 191%. How do I get the target? From this resistance line that is created from these two highs, 1 and 2, and this is the handle. You take a trend line take it all the way down to the lowest point of the cup, and you place it at the breakout level, and that pretty much gives us the target. So yeah, that's it for DSLA. For multivac, I do apologize, but there's still one more target on the 4-hourly chart. So as you can see on the 4-hourly chart, we were in this kind of ascending triangle, which is a bullish pattern. We did break out a bit, but we went back into the pattern, and there's still potential breakdown targets. So how do I get the breakdown targets? From the top of the resistance level all the way down to the triangle, you take a trend line and you place it at the point of breakout. So potentially if we broke out over here, I would say that would be the 4-hourly 200 EMA. So have the 4-hourly 200 EMA as a nice support level to get more multivac tokens. But if indeed we were to break out, that would put us at 0.01536. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. I'm just going to add that level in there. Yeah, it's looking very good. A lot of support levels over here, guys, but you need all of them because they're important for for your future, guys, because you need support levels. You need to know where to buy, because if you're just buying blindly, I guess that's okay, but only for the long term. So yeah, let's jump into DSLA. So now jumping into DSLA, we do have some bullish patterns as well. So we are on the daily chart right now, and we do have this nice double bottom playing out with the neckline being over here where we topped out. So you take a trend line from the neckline all the way to the bottom of the pattern, and you place it from the neckline where the breakout can occur. And that gives us a target over here at the second Fibonacci level. And I do have a Fibonacci retracement on, and it is from this low over here to this high over here. And we do have our extension levels. So right now, from where we are, that would be an appreciation of 60%. So if you're looking for that trade, then that's great. We're just getting started, bouncing off the 55 EMA, creating this nice double bottom. This is a perfect double bottom pattern in my opinion, guys. So the chances of this playing out are pretty high. One thing I do want to say is that you have to break the 0.618 level. This is one of the most important. This is the most important Fibonacci level. And as you can see, we're getting sent back down. We're getting rejected every time we get into this area. And we have to break it as resistance and back test it as support, and then we're pretty much clear for new highs, for new local highs. So yeah, keep an eye on this 618. I did give you the strong buying zone over here, guys. So from the very bottom, that is an appreciation of 175%. If you bought in at this retest of the top of the rectangle, that would be somewhere around 85% gains. So yeah, and a lot of people were saying that you shouldn't buy these levels. It's going to dip lower. People were telling me the same thing for AVAX, but you see how the projects have appreciated. So obviously we do have a bullish cross on the daily chart. That is golden. That is one of your best signals you can get. And yeah, pretty much have these targets, guys, if you're gonna get in right now. If you want to wait a bit, and if we get a dump in September, then you do have some nice support zones. The first one being the 236 on the fib. That would be 0.00648. Below that, we do have 0.00601, and we do have another one below that. We have wicked here twice. This is our double bottom pattern. If we have a triple bottom, that is even more bullish. If we do something like this, come up, get rejected from the 618 once again, bounce off this level, create a triple bottom, and that will give us even more strength for the next impulsive move. And that support level is 0.00582. So yeah, if we start getting any lower than this, then I would just suggest dollar cost averaging below. And yeah, pretty much if it even comes back down to this huge support level that I have over here for you, starting from 0.00473 all the way to 0.00246, if it comes down here, then guys, you should be buying the crap out of this. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I'm going to be doing, because you can see the appreciation we get every time we dip into this rectangle. So yeah, okay, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know if I missed out anything. I'm just going to check out some indicators. So on the R side, we're just starting our move towards the upside. It does seem like we have a nice support level over here on the daily chart on the RSI. So perhaps what you can what you can look for is a bounce off this trend line every time we start getting overextended from it. So for example, we're starting our impulsive wave right now. We get rejected from the 618, we come back down, and you buy this retest of the RSI. That's one way to look at it. And we're nowhere overbought at the minute. The stochastic RSI has actually reset, and this is great. So potentially we're waiting for another impulsive move. And the MACD is showing us that the signal line has started to curl up to cross the, I do apologize, the moving average has started to curl up to cross the signal line. So yeah, some bullish patterns ahead of us and some bullish times ahead of us. If we jump into the 4-hourly chart real quick, let's see, what do we have? So the stochastic RSI has pretty much topped out. If we take a look at the, I'm just gonna move this. If we take a look at the RSI, you can see that we're not overbought nor oversold. So I think there's still some room to grow, but let's take a look at the MACD actually. Let's see what the MACD is showing us. Yeah, we're in an uptrend on the MACD. So I think on the 4-hourly chart, let's see, no, I don't see any pattern specifically right now, but we're just gonna have to wait and see what what the price action does, because price action is king. It goes before all the indicators. So yeah, just have these nice support levels that I gave you as buying orders, and that's pretty much it. I'm just rambling on at this point. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.